There she goes. And the squirrel. Well, good morning. It's Bobby Lee and Willis from Hurricane Creek Farms. And, well, thought we were going to have some cows to check this morning, but they're nowhere to be found right now. But not to fear or not to despair. We actually had the state came out and was checking, we've talked about it before, the Tennessee Agriculture Enhancement Program, basically where they give us cost share, you know, to buy certain things for the farm. You know, pretty good program. Lots of hoops and red tape, you know, with anything with the government. But once you do all that, you can do projects like, well, there's my wife beeping in. Hello? Yep, he's good. How about? So, anyway, before my wife rudely interrupted us, she was making sure I had the wild man taken care of. Yeah, that program, I mean, we bought a lot of our cattle pens, or squeeze chutes, like both squeeze chutes, our feed bins, our hay storage barn. You know, every year you can get just a little money, and it's not a lot, but it does help reimburse you for some of those expenses. But they randomly will do a site check to be sure that, hey, you actually did these projects and still have this equipment and whatnot, because they helped you pay for it. So that went smoothly. Now, yeah, and as we pulled up down here, all the calves were right here. I guess they got impatient with us just standing around talking and wandered off. And I thought they were headed back towards the next pasture, which I actually opened the gate to yesterday. But now I can't find them. So anyway, just have to take our word for it. They look pretty good down here. We'll worry about checking on them again a little later on. You want to hang out with me, or you want to go to Gran's house?
I'll go to Gran's.
So that was the least surprising outcome ever. So yeah, Grandma is going to watch him today along with other grandkids. So I guess I'll take him there before we move on to our next.
Region, I'm going to be there in Kimmer.
Yeah, your cousin's going to be there. Your sister actually has a softball lesson this morning, so she'll probably be there this afternoon.
Okay.
I am going to make him get a gate. We might not get much work out of him today, but we're going to get a little bit. Swing it on back. Swing it on open. There you go. Here, I'm going to do it just a little bit tighter. I have to check my obsessive compulsiveness and say, okay, he didn't latch it exactly like I would have, but it is locked. So, all right, we're going to go get him delivered and then move on to our next project. Okay, so I dropped my son off. My brother had actually brought me those wood posts there that we just unloaded. He had a bunch left over from a big fencing project he did, I guess basically when he fenced off his whole farm. And I'm just making plans to go ahead and get these two panels down and put those two, because these are 10 footers. Those new red Tartar ones over there are 12 footers. So we'll have a post here where we meet those panels, post right about here at 12 foot, another one there, may have one on the corner too. And so we'll have this project one step closer to being complete. The other thing we have to do, you see light hanging properly right there, not hanging properly. Need to, we've got this kind of taken apart. I think I can bring the tractor in here. Maybe put that calf catcher on it and you can pick myself up there high enough. Put my wife in the tractor, put me in there where I can reattach those chains, because it clearly just came undone. But anyway, so got those. I'm not going to work on that project just immediately. One, because I do have obviously that's going to be a hot, sweaty, dirty project, and I don't mind getting hot, sweaty, and dirty, but I do have a meeting over lunch for some veterinary things, and yeah, I can find something else to do for the next couple hours. That way, avoid being nasty for that or having to take a shower. Well, now some herd checks for these ladies and a few gentlemen. So we got one of the bulls over here showing a Hereford lady a little attention and love. So she must be in heat. Yeah, he was kind of with her yesterday too. That bull there, he's our dominant bull of the three, which I think somebody may have even asked why we had three bulls and, you know, they're going to fight and whatnot. Well, we need at least two bulls for this many females. The reason we're happy to go with three is if the other two will show up around here. Have two of the three are laying. Now it's pretty mild. They're probably still doing some breeding, but yeah, that's why you don't ever want all your eggs in one basket. And that dude is a bull, but he ain't gonna be doing any breeding. He thinks he is. So let's see here. Nice day, very breezy, which does have me wondering. They're kind of second guessing, like, you know what? We could have probably cut a little hay on Sunday. It would have been muddy because, of course, it rained about 1.25 inches on Saturday, but hasn't rained since then. Expecting severe thunderstorms this afternoon, but yeah, it would have been nerve-wracking trying to get that hay up. And there was a chance of rain last night. It just didn't happen. But yeah, the Angus bull there, you can see he doesn't have much weight on that right rear, which a rear foot is bad to be lame on if they're going to try to breed. Obviously, when they mount a cow, they've got all their weight on their back end. What weight isn't on her? The other Brangus bull is a little lame on the front foot, which is not as big of a deal, but certainly it's going to hinder his ability to breed as efficiently as he should. So anyway, we're still playing the weather waiting game, and it's annoying. But yeah, I'm just kind of thinking to myself, you know what? If we had cut hay on Sunday, it would have been a little muddy, you know, actually being in the field with a mower, but could have made it happen. And then with the way the wind's blowing this morning, we could have probably gotten out there, started raking early. Could have maybe gotten it up before it got wet, but who knows? We didn't, so we're not gonna fret about that. It's looking like next week we might finally have a 4 or 5 day window where there's 25% or less chance every day. And so I'm fingers crossed we're gonna get maybe over all the rest of the hay there over a few day window. But we got a few more animals I don't see right here. Of course, they're all piled up right here at our little makeshift gates because they want out of that pasture, man. I don't know why. They got plenty of grass. We'll probably hold them here for a few more days, and then pasture's right over here, just outside of this creek bottom. Have not had any animals graze them other than the donkeys for a while. Not a lot of fescue and cool season grass in there, but all this warm season's really come on. We'll turn them in there here in a few more days. See there, the old Brangus boy there. He's sore on a front foot. So it's always something. Two, we noticed an issue. Well, this cow yesterday, G32, she is an old Hereford. Came from Father Hall. See, we don't have any milk, but she has clearly calved or aborted, and do not think she calved. So she was bred, she checked bred when we first moved her home. But yeah, and this whatever calf that she was potentially gonna have was probably gonna be her last one just because of her age. But yeah, noticed that yesterday afternoon, there's no calf around. She hadn't made any milk, so that'd be 3 cows that are definitely on the cull list in terms of they've either aborted one, had a stillborn, or lost a newborn calf. But the G36 there is making a little bag though. I'll double check my list, but I'm pretty sure she has yet to calve. Yes. So we're now down to just 5, including her and her. All right, We're gonna walk back over here, get back on the side by side. So it's about 10:15 now. We got a few little errands and whatnot to do before our little meeting. Then we may attack that barn project this afternoon amongst the thunderstorms. It's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put wood post, and of course the next one's gonna be about 12 foot. So wood post, another wood post, maybe even a fourth one out there on the end, although it's pretty sturdy, just with those bigger metal panels. So that's what we're gonna work on here for just the next little bit. See how far we go. Those ground's gonna be pretty hard. We're gonna do it by hand the old-fashioned way. So somebody was asking me, they're like, "Oh man, you don't have an auger on the back of a tractor?" And no, I don't. My dad does, but it's it has to go on one of his smaller tractors. Like by the time I go get the tractor, I'm only digging 3 holes. Yes, it would save me some labor, but a little exercise won't kill me. So we'll get this stuff moved out of the way and start digging. See if that's a little better. Right there looks good. Pretty darn good right there. I'm gonna get a little gravel put in this one. There's mud right here. This gravel is actually crushed concrete, so it sets up about like concrete. How do we get off there? We're pretty good there. Pretty good there. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do here now. And I didn't buy enough of these because I wasn't sure exactly which size we needed. So I didn't check before I went to the hardware store. We're gonna take these, secure these posts, or secure the panels to the post. Should be a pretty quick and easy way to do it. I've got some lag bolts. We'll go ahead and put one on at least each post, and then we'll grab a few more of these next time we're in town. And yeah, I'm about worn out and soaking wet, and it's not from the rain. See if that'll be a big enough pilot hole to get that lag bolt started. Oh yeah. That couldn't have worked out any more perfect. I probably should have slid that on up, but other than that, I really like that. All right, we're gonna secure to these next 2 posts. I only bought, again, 4 of those because one, I knew I wasn't gonna completely finish this project today and I wasn't sure if that was the exact size we needed. Oh, man, worn out. I am worn out. there's a baseball game of interest coming on in exactly 1 minute. So actually I can probably listen to that on the radio through my phone before I go inside and probably crack open a nice cold beverage and watch it. I was actually at the store while I was in town, that hardware store, and I went in the grocery store, and the nice lady checking me out. I was buying some adult beverages. She said one of those that I'm probably about to drink, and she looked at my ID, and I'll be 41 here in less than a month. She's like, "Oh, you don't look nearly that old." And I was like, "Well, thank you, but if I took my hat off, I would." And I get that compliment a lot. People are like, "Oh, you look so much younger," and it's always when I'm wearing my hat because, yeah, the hat comes off, and yeah, I don't know what I look like. Some mix of a greasy used car salesman, possibly even something worse. But anyway, enough joking about my bald head. So I got those all secured at the top. We're gonna put another strap or bracket, or I don't know, strap's probably the better word for it, lower down. Now that I know which size I need, I guess I just need 2 more because I've got 1. I'm also probably gonna get just a little bigger lag screw. Those are probably big enough, but just a little longer, maybe even a little bigger, will be even more secure. But the next phase of this project, which won't get done anytime real soon, is I have to get some more materials. We need a shorter gate now, which I kind of always knew we probably would, but probably at least 2 foot shorter. Put us a little more over here in line with, just being right under the building. It'll still come off the concrete pad just a little, and that's fine. And then I'm gonna need to do something to, ultimately I like the corner of this pin to go right up against that 6x6 post of the building, just like we're pretty much up against it there. But yeah, that won't get done today, and that's okay. So I have to get online. I know they make, that's a 10-foot gate. I know they're making 8 foot. A 7 foot would probably even be just perfect. 8 would work though. I don't know if they make a 7-footer. They could probably custom. I think they do custom make them, but I don't know that I'll go to that much trouble. But yeah, we're gonna put some tools up. It's supposed to rain a bunch more. I think it's probably rained already over an inch. Probably maybe closer to 2. T-ball's canceled for tonight. That's disappointing, but that does mean our baseball game I want to watch on TV, Go Vols, is currently, should have already had first pitch, so I'll get to watch all of that. But yeah, gonna actually throw some ducks on the grill tonight. Eat a lot of wild game this week. Well, I mentioned the last video, we made enchiladas out of those turkey legs. We actually fried some little nuggets out of the turkey breast last night. But don't worry, when I went and met some guys for a little meeting there at lunch, we ate Mexican because that's one of a few options we have. We have plenty of Mexican restaurants. Had the steak Monterey, so I've had a little beef for today. We had a little duck. We'll probably do some duck poppers if it's not raining. Wrap those little duck breasts up in bacon with a little stuff with cream cheese and jalapeno. Pretty good for a non-beef protein source. It's pretty good. But anyway, I'm rambling on here at the end of the video. Sadie is being tormented by these chickens scratching around for little bits of corn in the cow manure. That's a pretty good dog though, to lay there and know she can't touch them. But check back with us. I don't think we'll be in the hayfield this weekend when we're filming again. Never know, they totally changed the forecast, but I think one graphic said 4 to 6 inches possibly over these next several days, which again, we may be well over, 1.5 to 2 inches already. So I'm thinking though, by this time next week though, if the forecast holds what it's showing for a week from now, we should be in the thick of it, hopefully. Maybe go ahead and get everything laid down that we lacked for the first time. But anyway, I will quit rambling. We appreciate y'all watching. Y'all eat beef and God bless. Well, I overestimated. We have only gotten 7/10 of an inch right at it. So in my defense, I'm gonna say it rained a lot more than that in town where I was when it came down. There was water running and standing in places where it only stands when it dumps rain like that. But anyway, So yeah, it hadn't rained quite as much as we thought. So anyway, see y'all next time.